Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great Monday. I am back, recharged, and a little bit more refocused. I'm ready to tackle this third quarter here. Um, Obviously, I wish I could stay on vacation because I can work while on vacation, but you know, sometimes we have to come back to reality every now and then. So that's where I am. But going to just give you a quick overview of what my week was and cover the trades from today. And you may hear some thunder in the background. We've got a storm brewing in, so I'm going to try to get this done before the storm. So without further ado, let's get into this. First, before we get into, I want to remind you, if you're not a member of our community, I've got Sneak Peek Wednesday, my version of Free Chat Day. All you need to do is go to my website, averagejoetrader.com, click on the Sneak Peek logo right there on the home page, and register. Just as simple as that. I'll try to live stream it on YouTube, but sometimes the internet is not great and it doesn't work. So if you want to definitely get a seat for our Sneak Peek Wednesday, best place to do it is to register and come in the Sneak Peek chat room. So looking forward to you guys coming in and joining us on Wednesday. But before we get into my trades, there's one thing I want to kind of go over with you, or really ask you. How does your trading look? How does your trading self look? When you start trading, or you look to get into trading, you're going to have all of these pieces, and you're going to learn about trading strategies. You're going to try to figure out what type of education do I need? How do I need to manage my money? You're going to learn about risk management and the tools and what capital you're going to need. All of these things you're going to learn about. But are you able to figure out where these pieces go? We can learn. The internet is a wealth of information. You can learn just about anything you need to learn on the internet. The problem is, once you get it, how do you put it all together? What goes in, what goes in the center? What's the main cog that is related to everything? And once you realize it's you have to go through some self-awareness and everything to try to figure out who you are as a trader, and realize that you go in the middle, that you are the center of your trading. So you have to be right. There are things that you have to fix about yourself that's going to help you be successful. How many of you have learned trading strategies? You understand money management. You understand risk management. You've taken several classes and you've tried to get everything together, but you can't seem to find where it all fits. This is where a lot of traders find themselves, and they never get out of this. They never can figure out where all of this goes. And then once they do, they can't figure out how to keep it together. As you move along, you start figuring out where some pieces go, but there's some things that just stay out, that you can't figure out where they go or how this fits together. You need something to help you get it all together. Okay, and this was me. I was a teacher I was like, I don't need anybody teaching me. I'm a teacher myself. I can learn this on my own. But boy, was I wrong. You know, only thing I learned on my own was how to lose money. That was easy to learn. But how to be consistent, how to put these things together, where does everything fit, and what holds it all together? You know, these were the things that I had to learn. And I couldn't buy DVDs. You know, I bought DVDs, I bought all of this stuff, but I didn't know how to put it together, and I didn't know what held it all together. And then I figured it out. You know, I needed somebody to help me. And once I got that help, then I realized it's psychology. It's the psychological aspect of trading that's the glue to hold everything together. You know, Mod Podge is a glue that we use to paint over the picture, the puzzle after we put it together, so that it can hold itself together and we can put it in a frame or put it on the wall or whatever. The psychology is a glue that holds our trading plan together. It holds everything together around us, because if not, every time we pick ourselves up from something, something's going to fall off. And we don't need that. We need everything to be tight, secure, so that we can continue to be consistent in our trading. Consistency is what we need. We don't need these, 1 week making $2,000 and then in 3 weeks we end up losing $6,000. That's not what we need. We need consistency. We need to consistently make money every day. And that's what I'm trying to demonstrate, in chat. You don't need a whole lot of money. You don't need a whole lot of position size. You just need to develop the skill, of trading. So, but how do you put all of this together? And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is that I have a workshop that I do with all my day trade students. I've had others that have just taken the Day Traders Mindset workshop. And it's a 4-class workshop that really helps dig into who you are as a trader. It helps you identify yourself as a trader. Understand what strategies you really need to be working on. How to control your emotions, because you can't eliminate emotions. We are emotional beings. Our emotions are what protects us. But in trading, we need to reprogram them so that they're going to help us. All of that is part of the Day Traders Mindset. And I have a new one starting up here very soon. If you want to get in on it, let me know. Email me, or you can sign up on the website. This is one of those that I only take a few. This isn't a money-making machine here. This is to help you. And I can't have but so many people in order to make this thing work. So this is, something that you definitely want to think about if you're having trouble being consistent. If you've learned all of this stuff and you still can't put it together. You can't hold through winners. You take them off too soon. You let your losers run too long. And you can't figure out what's wrong. It's the mindset that you have. You have to have the right mindset, the right mentality to be successful in trading. Your normal human nature is detrimental to your trading. It will kill you every time. So if you're interested, just reach out and I'll be glad to work with you. So let's look at last week. I was on vacation. So I did get to take a couple of trades. Monday was a half a day. We did get a good trade or two in there. Tuesday was the market was closed. Wednesday was the best day. Got solid trades on AAP. And really, that really made the week. Because on Thursday and Friday was just a big disappointment for me. And it's probably because I was on vacation. I was trying to get some trades in before we left every day. We would try to leave around 11:30. And I wanted to get some solid trades in. And I kind of rushed some things and kind of put myself in bad positions on Thursday and Friday, which is why I ended up with a 60% profitability ratio. No long trades, all shorts. So was 6 or 4 for shorts. There's one trade, I can't remember what it was. There's one trade that hasn't uploaded yet. It's saying that it's still pending, and I can't remember what trade it is, but it all gets caught up at the end of the week. So this may change a little bit. I think it's another loss, to be honest with you. So this may go down some, but it'll all balance out by the end of the week. But my average winning trade, 152.90, and that comes from the big day on Wednesday. Average losing trade, 92.72. And this was one that I let go a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I mean, this one here, this 133.76. But, you know, all in all, this isn't too bad. You know, not too bad. I'm not going to complain about this. Especially I was on vacation and I was rushing some trades. But ended up with 546.54. Not bad. You know, but the big one was the swing trade. You know, we had a huge swing trade that really, you know, paid off. I got about $1,600 off of it that I closed out on it at the end of the week. So it was solid trade. That's what really made the week for us. So I took ANF this morning, and this was, you know, we had a big sell-off here, and we tried to push back up, and we couldn't get back over the 20. You know, we couldn't even really get up to test it. So at the open, I was anticipating this to sell off. Now here was the 52-week low at the time, around 1050. So I had my orders set at 1050. I wasn't going to wait for the 5-minute opening range. I was going to wait until we cracked 1050 and get in. And was risking on this. If we close back above 1050, then I would take the trade off. So this wasn't a 5-minute opening range trade. This was a 52-week, you know, low breakdown pretty much. I was looking for it to crack below 52-week low and then just break down. So my first target was the pre-market low, which was 1011. Didn't quite get there. We got close, but we didn't hit it. I was looking to take some through 1010. We didn't get there. It looks like we were starting to bounce. It didn't look good on the 2-minute chart, so I ended up taking some off here at 1020. Still wasn't that far away, but you know, we did get a little push up here, and then this next candle opened and we started to sell off. We got to where I wanted to, but I couldn't take profit here because I just took it here. And I was trying to get it to 50 if we could. We couldn't. So I had to take some back off at, let's see, what was this? $9.95. Got out at $9.95. Then we got a little push down, and then we started to bounce again. So normally when this bounce turns out to be a fake, the next bounce doesn't. So I went ahead and took the rest off at 9.96. So really this only cost me the $3.95 in commissions. That's all that cost me. Now, then I watched this. We set up again. I took this because what's been happening lately, these stocks have not been pulling all the way back. They've been trying to pull back, get weak again, and then start to sell off. So I went ahead and got in here a little bit early based on what it had been doing the previous weeks. And it worked out. I got short $9.94, just 2 cents above this cover. Got back in full size, took some off here at $9.70 when things started to slow down. The price action I really didn't like. I really wanted to get it through 50, but we couldn't. Took some off. We traded sideways for a while. Just could not get the fade below 960. We couldn't hold below 960. So I took some off here at 961. Gave this a little chance. It didn't work. So I kind of waited through all of this, thinking that we were finally going to break down. It never did. So I ended up taking the rest off here at 972. So, solid trade, just didn't get the move. I didn't get the follow through I wanted, but it was a solid trade. Stuck to my plan. It didn't make any dumb mistakes. So I was pretty pleased with this. Next trade was on Tesla. And, this one was big. Everybody was wanting to get in this. You can see here the open. We had a solid 5-minute open range breakdown. And then we had the reversal here. And this was a huge, huge VWAP rejection fake out. This baited a lot of good traders in. I was trading something else, so I didn't get it. But this might have baited me in if I was watching this. Because we had the clear rejection. You could have gotten in anticipating the rejection. But had a clear rejection here. This opened and started selling, showing weakness. So I probably would have got in on this candle. And it started selling, then it immediately got bought up. And shot straight up through VWAP. Hurt a lot of people. A lot of people that got short, it really hurt. Then we flagged out here. Pop. Flagged out again. Pop. And so with me, I'm coming in after lunch. I waited for this thing to kind of consolidate and settle. Because I'm thinking we got another leg up. So we bounced here. Pulled up over the moving averages. We lost them again. But we made a higher low. So for me, that was my signal to take it. Once this candle closed above the moving averages, I got in. And this thing fizzled. This was a solid entry. But no follow through. So not mad at this at all. This is one of those trades that you wait, you get a solid entry, but there's no follow through. So that was it on that. Nothing I could really do. So that was about a little over a $50 loss. Nothing to cry about. This was great reward for huge, huge potential. I was looking for it to come back and test this level up here. Honestly. 318, I was looking for it to come back. I anticipated volume coming in, but it just didn't. So that was it. No swing trades I entered in today. But we do have a swing trade class going on where we have the class, and then we have every week we have a watch list build session on Sundays. The way I swing trade, I try to build my watch list at the beginning of the week and identify some stocks that I'm going to watch that for the last 2 weeks have given me entries that Monday. But today, didn't get any entries, but there are 2 that I'm watching that, we may have an entry tomorrow on. And you got to understand, we've only covered one strategy. And this one strategy has really been paying out. And I'm a big believer in you learn one strategy, you learn it well, execute it well, and then you move on. You move on to the next strategy. You move on to the next one. That's kind of what we're doing. That's the way the swing trade class is. If you want to get in on it, you're not too far behind. You're not too far behind to jump on. Plus, when the next class starts here very soon, you'll be able to jump in on that class as well. So if you want to get in on that, make sure you give me a call or email. We could talk over Skype, whatever you want to do. However you want to get information, be glad to help you out. But we're doing some pretty good things. We're taking things to the next level. That's just what I wanted to do. You guys that are ready to get to the next level, we're going to be doing that. And I'm still going to be working with everybody that's not at that point yet, but don't want to hold anybody back. All right, so that's my Monday. We'll be shutting it down here, getting ready to go back at it again tomorrow. We've got a couple of earnings that came out today, and we have a couple in the morning, so we may have a little bit of activity tomorrow. We'll wait and see. So everybody have a great evening, a great night, and we will see you tomorrow.